Hey you guys, I'm no longer sick and I'm pretty much here to tell you guys that this is part 2 of my how to stretch your ears tips and tricks of what products to use, how to help blowouts, and what products you should, not products, well yeah, what products you should use too, but which materials are used for stretching. And first of all, let me see which one jojoba oil. Jojoba oil, natural oil is found on your skin pretty much, it resembles the closest. Um, Pretty much, if you want to keep your ears warm, because your ears get cold pretty easily once you start going bigger, and if let's just say you live in a cold climate, you get jojoba oil, you rub it into your ears, it keeps them nice and warm, and pretty much it's one of the best oils you can use for your ears if you're really allergic to stuff, because remember it's found naturally on your skin. Well, the closest oil is found naturally to your skin, and it won't give you an allergic reaction as badly as other oils might. Another oil that some people use if, let's say that jojoba oil doesn't help thickening up your ears, but you want to try something else that might, or just for like as a lubricant, you can use grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil you can find at GNC too. Pretty much it does the same effect as jojoba oil would, but it's, let's just say you're not getting as much effective from jojoba oil that you would want. You could try grapeseed oil. It works really good, but it's just depending if you have an allergic reaction to, if you would have an allergic reaction, and I don't know what to tell you about that because pretty much yeah. And then vitamin oil. The vitamin oil, you should check for how many IUs it is. It's the higher the dosage, the higher the better, and it's used to help thicken up your ears, obviously, but it's also found in jojoba oil and a lot of products, which is pretty good because considering a lot of the stretching products that people use, vitamin oil is one of the main ingredients in every one of them, and one of the main ingredients you should get. And then bio oil, it's an oil used to help repair scars or scar tissue. Let's say you have a blowout, which pretty much is scar tissue, and let's say that your ears are two different colors and you want to fix that. Bio oil, a quick couple treatments of rubbing those on your ear after a good while, and it'll pretty much make your ears back to the healthy color it was. Emu oil, another oil that I want to try out. It's another one that's rumored that to thicken your ears because it's from the fatty acids of the emu bird, and pretty much it's said to work. I don't know yet. I want to try it. The the last one I have is this product I have called shea butter. It's this that's a shea nut, and right here it says organic raw shea butter. Pretty much the weird fact about this is the nasty smell it has. That means the higher, how do you explain it? The nasty smell means that it's organic, obviously, and it works way better. And one of the first things that I did is open it up and smell it, and to see if it really was, because I read a couple things, and then pretty much it said the nasty smell. It means that it's organic smell. Obviously, you want the best organic stuff because it's hypoallergenic. It helps your ears out. It gives your ears a besting without chemicals. The weird thing about shea butter is, even though it's called butter, it's hard as a rock, and you would have to like dig your fingers in to start getting any like shreds of the shea butter. And the thing is that once you start getting a good thin layer, you just rub it on your ears. It melts into your skin pretty easily, and it helps your ears a lot. It keeps moisture. It helps break down scar tissue, which a blowout is. And for those who don't know what a blowout is, or if you're barely getting into stretching, a blowout is really nasty. You can get it from, let's say, a taper pushes through your ear like that. Well, you would get the skin from the inside, say your ear, and it pushes to the outside of the back, and it just forms a nasty bubble. And you don't want that, obviously, because your ears are going to be there forever. So pretty much what the best thing to do is downsize if it's a fresh blowout. Let's say you have an old blowout with like it's old scar tissue. I say buy tons of bio oil, emu oil, and just shea butter, because they're both things that can break down scar tissue, and it helps it a lot. Another thing for stretching tips, what products, what type of things you should and shouldn't use. Some people stretch with silicone. It's this squishy material. And pretty much, if you have an allergic reaction to, you might get an allergic reaction to it from stretching. Pretty much, silicone should only be worn in healed ears, and don't stretch with it if you don't want to take the chance. Obviously, you don't want to fuck up your ears. What else? My battery's about to die. Some people use double flared plugs. As you can tell, it has a little saddle on there. And you don't want to use these to stretch out because the little saddles can mess up your ears and cause a blowout. Some people use tapers. Some people say they shouldn't. I really never had a problem with them. I use them all the way up to an inch. It all just depends on you if you want to start using the taping method. And the taping method is when you grab your plug, single flared or no flare at all. This is a single flared. And then you just pretty much put layers of tape around it to make the shape bigger, pretty much like this. As you can tell, it's like a white one, but slightly bigger than this. And pretty much the last one is surgical steel. I don't have any plugs like that, but surgical steel is what these lip rings are made out of. They help your ears pretty much because it's surgical steel. It's one of like that nasty smell you get when like it's rotting flesh. It's because obviously the surgical steel is helping your ears are like a wound basically. It's helping them heal, and it's nasty, but the smell is really gross. And pretty much you have to clean them every day, obviously, because if you don't clean them every day, they're gonna start smelling like that, and you really don't want that. Another type of material is wood. My 3-inch plug should never be worn with any ears that have a cut or anything like that, because your cut will stick to the wood because the wood naturally absorbs the stuff, like gunk from your ear, and it'll stick to it, and you pretty much would have to get it surgically sewn off or cut off actually, and you don't want that, especially if you're stretching your ears. Same goes for bone, horn, and acrylic, which is what this little taper is made out of. Well, this little plug is made out of. It's acrylic. They should all be worn in healthy ears. Don't use them to stretch. The best thing to use to stretch is titanium, Pyrex, glass, steel, and stuff like that. And pretty much you can use bondage tape. It looks like duct tape, but it's bondage tape. Bondage tape is adhesive. It's not adhesive, and it only sticks to itself. So there's no chances of getting anything stuck on your ears. None of that residue that you get from any other products. And pretty much you put it onto here, and then you just wrap it around. And after a couple layers, it starts getting a bigger shape. And yeah, pretty much that's all I have to say. And those are all the products and all the tips that I can tell you right now that I have. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask me on this video, or if you're too shy about putting it on this video that other people will. If you have a question that you don't want other people to know of, just message me. I'll reply within minutes of it because I have my phone with me at all times and it sends directly to my phone, so no worries about a late message. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Bye.